already described uh, yesterday about this pet vector. So this is actual vector map. We have already described it, है ना? पेट वेक्टर हमने डिस्क्राइब किया है ना वेक्टर सेक्शन में. हेलो. Now I'm coming to this. Now we are talking about detailed steps of PCR cloning. How can we clone our desired gene if sequence is known? You remember first condition, na? So if sequence is known and if you have template available, then you should do PCR cloning. So we will discuss in detail about PCR based cloning. So how can we start PCR cloning? So suppose you have to clone some gene X, then and use wish to clone it into expression vector, suppose pet vector. So how can we start? So first step is selection of cloning sites in a given vector where gene to be inserted. So suppose you know that you have to clone in pet vector, but in pet vector here out of these sites where you will clone your gene. First question is in which site you should clone. What is the basis? Out of this, suppose you are doing directional cloning, so at which sites you will cut this vector and your gene, PCR amplified gene, so that you can clone it. So which site, restriction site you will choose? Write your answer. First step is write your answer in message box. Out of several restriction sites present in MCS in the vector, which restriction site you will select to clone your gene? And we are talking about PCR cloning. Hello. Not. Oh, based on gene to be cloned. Again, she is not able to see. Then check your mobile. Sometimes you are able to see, sometimes you are not able to see. That is something going wrong. And I told you, have you pinned in presentation? Have you pinned that? Pin that presentation. So how will you clone? We can insert the Ramesh. We can insert the inverted repeat so that inversion gene will be deleted. I am talking about this. Which site based on gene to be added? It has some restriction site. Depending upon which restriction enzyme we have used to cut gene of interest. I told you we are going to do PCR based cloning. So you wish to cut your gene. Chalo Mohit.
Yes, sir.
So at which site you will clone? What is the basis of searching that MCS?
Sir, if there is a tag such as this tag, then we will check the open reading frame for the tag, and according to that, also we will check that both the restriction site are not overlapping.
Tag.
If there is a tag in the vector such as this tag or GST tag, then we will
Okay.
check the open reading frame of the tag, and according to that, we will select the restriction site.
So here, suppose you have to clone this gene, and this is vector. So out of this, where you
Yes,
will clone?
sir, means in the his tag we will check the open reading frame, and according to that we will see which restriction site
So this is his
has
tag
the
here.
same.
This is his tag here.
Sir, I cannot see the cursor. Okay.
This is his.
Yes.
So now this is his. Where you will clone?
So we can after the his tag, if we want
So
the
we
his
can
tag at
choose
the
any. We can choose any.
no based on
Then
the open reading frame.
this is open reading frame here. You are
Yes.
talking about this open reading or gene open reading frame.
Gene open reading frame.
So that restriction site should be present in gene open reading frame.
No.
Then
Restriction site should be present such that the wait a minute.
your voice. See, for PCR cloning, we select the sites which are absent in the gene. Suppose we have to clone this gene. So in this, that restriction site should not be present. Out of this, you have to search which restriction site is absent in this gene. Are you getting? Our gene,
Yes.
our open reading frame should not have restriction site. Then only
Sir.
we can clone complete this gene. So this gene should not have this restriction site. So we have to search which of these restriction sites are absent in the gene. Then only we can clone at that site. Are you getting? You can note down it for PCR cloning, and if purpose is to clone complete gene, then we should search the sites, restriction sites present in MCS should not be present in our gene ORF. We should choose Haripriya. We should choose MCS which unique from gene of interest. So in gene of interest, that unique site should be present or not. That is difference between practical and theoretical. Everybody is saying about unique, but what does it mean unique? Our gene should have or not? If we
Sir, can you repeat the reason, please?
region or first
Yes, sir.
this statement.
Yeah. No, sir, you have said that basis for choosing MCS. You said that one reason. No, sir, can you repeat it?
So restriction sites present in MCS, we can choose that restriction site which are absent in our gene. Only out of this many sites we have option. MCS, I have already described that we have several restriction sites. So out of this restriction we can choose two, but which two? For directional cloning we need two. So which two we can choose? The sites which are absent from our gene. In our gene, that restriction site should not be present. Then Now question arises, then how can we ligate? If there is no restriction site in this, then how can we digest and create an overhang which is compatible to this restriction site and it will ligate? Are you getting? Because DNA fragment must have that overhang and then vector must have that overhang, then it will ligate. But I told you that in our ORF, restriction sites should not be present. Only that restriction site we use for cloning. If you have any question, doubt, you can repeat so that I can clear it, then we can go further. Hello?
So how will we know that? Do we have to screen the whole vector for knowing that if that region is present in ORF or not?
Not able to hear you.
So how will we know that the restriction site is present in the ORF or not?
Yes. So now, how can we search that out of this which are absent in our gene? Then only we can choose that. So how can we search? So we can search one by one that yes, XHO is present or not, hint 3 is present or not. XHO, say if suppose hint 3 is absent, then yes, we can clone at a hint 3. We have to select again other, and CO is present or not. In this way, we have to find out which restriction sites are absent. Then we can choose out of that absent restriction site cloning sites. Now, this is manual method to search. We can search by everybody is looking at the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me check whether it is opening or not. Yes. So we search NEB cutter. They may change sometimes that website. And I have copied that gene sequence. Oh, it becomes duplicate. Suppose whatever sequence we add here. Suppose this is your sequence. Now, that changed there. Now we submit here. See, it will show what are the restriction enzyme sites are present. If you will search here one cutter, you can search this list. If you are searching 0 cutter, you will search this list. Means 0 cutter means what? Means the enzymes which are available in this company are absent in your gene. There is no restriction sites for AAT2, AC651, ACC1. So you have to search zero cutter of your gene. And you have to search this. Suppose NCO, XHO, BAMH1, HIND3. So you search that whether that NCO is here or not. Suppose BAMH1 is here or not. Suppose BAMH1, you can see BAMH1 is here. That means that BAMH1 is absent from your gene. So now you can clone your gene at BAMH1. In this way, you search now XHO or HIND3. HIND3 is also present in MCS. So we have to search that HIND3. So you can clone at HIND3 also. HIND3 is not present in your gene of interest. NCO, NCO1. Yes, you can clone NCO1. You can choose NCO1 site also. In this way, hello. In this way,
Yes,
we
sir.
have to search zero cutter. Suppose you are getting all as a zero cutter, means there is no restriction sites, no recognition sequence of this restriction enzyme in your gene. That means you can choose any. If suppose you are finding HIND3 is present in your gene, then you should not clone at HIND3, then remaining you can use. In this way, you have to search zero cutter sites in your gene. If your purpose is to clone entire gene, ORF complete open reading. Fine? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So now suppose you have option that you can clone at any sites. But since your lab is working already, so you don't have XHO, then you have to search your lab that out of this enzyme we have option to clone at any sites. Then we search that which enzymes are available in our laboratory, or we have to purchase it. So depending upon your condition, you select your sites. Suppose we are cloning at ND1 and XHO. We have decided that this enzyme is present in our lab, so we can work. If all enzymes are present in your lab, then you should choose the restriction enzyme which are more efficient in digesting this vector and your gene, so that you will not have to digest it for overnight or 1 day, and efficiency if 90%, then you will get less digestion. So you choose it. It will come with experience, or with if you will search that enzyme suppliers, companies, protocols. Generally, BAMH1 is very easy, XHO also, but ND is tough enzyme, means its digestion is not very good and it takes more time. In this way, we search two restriction enzymes. But primary criteria is your gene, your open reading frame does not have that restriction sites. If you have an option of all, then search which is useful, which is easily available enzyme with you. ठीक? First step हो गया तुम्हारा. You have search, suppose site, suppose you can clone it. So selection, you have selected that cloning sites where you can clone your gene of interest. Then second is designing a primer pairs, because I have already said you that we are going to do PCR cloning. So we have to design a primer. How many primers required for PCR? 2. Forward and reverse primer. So now, suppose you have to clone at BAMH1 and HIND3 site. This is restriction site for BAMH1 and HIND3. Now you have to clone this gene. This is sequence of gene. You have to clone this gene, and you have Helicobacter pylori template genomic DNA is available. So you have to clone this gene. So now design a primer so that you can do PCR and clone it. Now it's your exercise. You can write in your message, design a primer for performing PCR followed by cloning. And you have to clone this gene at BAMH1 and Hint3 site of that PET vector, this vector. This vector have BAMH1 and Hint3. So we have selected, suppose, BAMH1 and Hint3 sites. So now design a primer, write primer sequence in your message box. Hello. Anybody is trying? हेलो, सुनाई दे रहा किसी को? यस, मोहित ने बनाया GAC. कहां से GAC लिया मोहित? राइट, यस.
रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट इंक्लूड करने के लिए.
तो अदर यू रेड इट रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स. इसमें रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट डाला है?
हाँ सर.
कहां से? तो उसको रेड करो. रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट कहां से? जीन सीक्वेंस कहां से?
तो रेड कैसे करूं उसमें? एडिट
ओके,
कैसे करूं?
GATTCC कहां है? तो GS कहां है तुम्हारा रेस्ट्रिक्शन साइट?
सर GAC के बाद में GGATCC.
GGATCC. ओके, गुड. So you are one step advance, 2 step. दूसरे को ट्राई करने देते हैं अभी, है ना? Sequence of primer here. Write primer sequence. Design a primer. चलो एक्सप्लेन करके मोहित लिखो प्राइमर का. तो प्राइमर, फॉरवर्ड प्राइमर हमने ऑलरेडी बताया था कि एज इट इज लेंगे. ATG, AAA, CTG, GG. In this way we take 17 to 25 nucleotides. And reverse primer we take complementary to this. A है तो T, G है तो C, T है तो A. In this way we take reverse primer. Fine. So this is ATG, A. In this way this is forward primer and this is reverse primer. Now, as you know, there is no restriction sites in this gene. So how can we clone? So we have to add restriction site in this gene. Then we can digest it and clone. For that, hello?
Sir, one question.
Bolo.
The primer which we are making, it has to be complementary with our strand. One has to be as it is, one has to be complementary.
Yes.
तो सर हम अपने स्ट्रैंड में पहले सीक्वेंस ढूंढेंगे कहाँ पे है, या फिर हम स्टार्टिंग से फर्स्ट, जैसे ये स्टार्ट हो रहा है ATG से, यहाँ से फर्स्ट बना देंगे?
So here our purpose is to produce recombinant protein. Cloning के बाद हमारा purpose है recombinant protein. So generally we should not avoid any sequence. So we will take from a starting ATG. This is a start codon. So we must take from here starting. So not like a primer 3, the software has, some students have used that. So we cannot design primer from somewhere. The purpose is to clone complete gene. If your purpose is only to see the presence of the gene, sometimes we use PCR to check whether that pathogen, that bacteria, virus is present or not. So to check presence of that virus at that gene, we can design from primer from anywhere. But here purpose is to produce a protein. Then we cannot avoid any sequence. Otherwise, we will get a small protein, deleted protein, truncated protein. So here we don't have option. We should take from starting, provided if there is very rare cases where you are not getting amplification or something else, then otherwise we should amplify from a starting sequence and up to a stop codon.
सर बट जो हमने फॉरवर्ड प्राइमर नीचे बनाया हुआ है उसका सीक्वेंस जो है इट इज ATG, वो तो ऊपर है, फिर ट्रिपल ए है, हमने डबल GA लिखा है।
ATG ट्रिपल ए, यहाँ भी तो ट्रिपल ए है, ATG ट्रिपल ए एज इट इज है ना।
नहीं सर, नीचे जब फॉरवर्ड प्राइमर बना है तो AT ट्रिपल GA है, ऊपर है ATG ट्रिपल ए।
This rate don't read now. I will discuss why we have added this. Read from here ATGAA. This is complementary to gene. ATG, AAA, CTG. You can see ATG, AAA, CTG, AGA. This is complementary sequence to your gene. This is your primer. एक स्टेप पहले ही पढ़ लेते हो इसलिए नहीं समझ में आ रहा। This is gene sequence primer which will bind with your gene sequence.
Yes.
And this is reverse primer. This we have to clone our gene. How can we add our restriction sites at terminal end of the gene? For that, we add this restriction sites. BAM H1 restriction site in forward primer and Hind3 in reverse primer. And this is complementary to this. Now, why we have added this extra ATG here, ATG here? We can add any nucleotide, AAA, TTT, CCG, any 3-4 nucleotide we add. So, actual PCR primer have 3 parts. One is complementary to this gene. Second part is restriction enzyme sites, and third part is seating sites, where restriction enzyme will sit and cut it. Now you will see how this primer binds. But this is 3 parts. These 3 parts are present in this primer sequence. One is complementary to gene. This is restriction sites, and this is seating sites. Fine. Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So we have designed a primer pair, forward and reverse. Now, PCR amplification of gene to be cloned using appropriate primer pairs and template. Now, suppose this is your primer. So show me, or you yourself can do and show me next day, that thermal cycle of PCR. How can you add that thermal cycle? Annealing kitna part, denaturation kitna, how much time? So you can write that PCR steps using this primer. So we have to calculate annealing temperature, and we should take that mean of that melting temperature, and then we take 5 to 10 degree lesser than that. So we perform PCR. So we design this primer and send to company so that it will send, that company will send us powder of this primer. Now we dilute it, and then we perform PCR, in which we add that PCR steps, and through PCR machine we do PCR. आ रहा समझ में?
सर वन मोर
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन, जो सिटिंग साइट है वो हमेशा ATG ही होएगी?
नहीं, बताया ना. You can add any 3. You can add any. You can add any 3-4 nucleotide.
Okay.
Again, this length, not sequence, I'm talking about length. Depending upon which enzyme you are going to use, based on that, this length may increase or decrease. Seating sites length varies depending upon restriction enzyme. Some restriction enzyme needs longer seating sites, some enzyme needs smaller. Suppose you are digesting with BAMH1. So when 2 nucleotides extra is sufficient. But suppose you are digesting with NTE, then 4 or 5 nucleotides are required. Some enzyme is larger or some due to some other reason, they need longer seating sites. Some enzyme are so robust that even in a smaller seating sites, it can digest your DNA efficiently. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Good. So after PCR, what we do? We purify that PCR product. We cannot use directly that PCR product. We purify. So generally we perform gel purification. If after amplification, PCR amplification, we take some amount, some aliquot and run on gel. If we find a specific band corresponding to your desired gene, then we just purify it. If we find non-specific band along with your specific PCR product, a specific gene product, then we cannot directly purify. Then we have to run on gel, and then from gel we should extract that PCR product. Are you getting? If PCR is very specific, then we can directly. Huh?
सर नहीं समझ आया ये पॉइंट.
Virra, Milli, Virra, Venkat Rangara. Who is this? He's joining now. Rinka. Rinka is here. Okay.
Sir, not understood.
Hello.
Sir, not understood.
Not?
Not understood. Last point, sir.
Yeah, 10th point.
सर जो आप बता रहे हो कि अगर वो स्पेसिफिक है तो हमें ऐसे करना है. अभी आप जो लास्ट पॉइंट बता रहे थे.
So there is possibility that you are targeting your gene to be amplified, but you may get non-specific amplification also. So how can you find out? So we take, suppose you have performed 50 microliter PCR mixture. So take 5 microliter and run on gel. So on gel, you will find that whether you are getting only your band, which you are desired to amplify, you through molecular weight marker, you can find out. And if you are getting non-specific band also, then you should not proceed directly for purification. Then you run all remaining 45 microliter on gel and then cut that band, corresponding band from gel, and elute that PCR product. If you are not getting any non-specific band along with your amplified product, then you don't have to run remaining 45 microliter on gel. You just purify it with adding some tea buffer and phenol chloroform, and then do that purification process. Or sometimes you can use kit for PCR purification. So now we have ready insert. Insert means the gene or the DNA fragments which you are going to clone, which you are going to ligate with vector, that is known as insert. So now we have ready insert. Fine. After purification of amplified gene, you have now ready. After that, we isolate the plasmid or purchase the plasmid. If you don't have that plasmid, then you should purchase it and transform into E. coli so that you can get more amount of that. So you purify from E. coli that plasmid and then digest it. So digestion of plasmid vector means you purchase and then digest, or you can isolate from bacteria and then you can digest. After digestion, you purify. So you purify that digestion product, plasmid, and you have already purified that amplified gene. So digest this purified PCR product in different tube, and then this purified plasmid which you have isolated in different tube. So digest in different tube, insert DNA, gene, and then vector with their enzyme. For digestion, also there are protocols. You have to search whether you should digest sequentially or you should digest doubly, means double digestion. You should perform double digestion or sequential digestion, depending upon if both the enzymes, suppose BAMH1 and HIN3 you have taken for digestion. So whether both enzymes are optimally working in a same buffer or different buffer. Sometimes two enzyme doesn't work in one buffer. Both needs their own buffer. Then you have to do sequential digestion. Means first you digest with BAMH1, then purify it, and then digest with HIN3. So depending upon sets of the restriction enzyme and their available buffer, we check whether we can digest doubly both enzymes simultaneously or singly, sequentially. It's depending upon which restriction sites you are taking for digestion. So digest your vector and digest your amplified PCR product in different tubes.
Sir, one
After,
question.
yes.
सर जो हमारा मल्टीपल क्लोनिंग साइट है ना, वहाँ पे हमारे रिस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स हैं काफी सारी एंजाइम्स की। तो सर हम वहाँ पे हर रिस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम की 2 साइट्स होंगी, बिकॉज कई बार हम नॉन डायरेक्शनल क्लोनिंग भी तो करते हैं ना।
यस, इफ यू आर डूइंग नॉन डायरेक्शनल तो एक साइट्स पर काटेंगे,
एक पे काट तो सेम एंजाइम्स ही दोनों काटेंगे। दैट मींस सर अगर हम नॉन डायरेक्शनल कर रहे हैं तो एक ही एंजाइम 2 कट्स लगाएगी ना।
नो नो नो, इसका मतलब तुमको डाइजेशन समझ नहीं आया। एक एंजाइम जब काटेंगे तो 2 एंड बनेंगे,
2 एंड्स बनेंगे।
यस, 2 साइड्स पर नहीं काट रहा है, 2 एंड। हाँ,
जो MCS है उसमें एक ही साइट है उसका रिस्ट्रिक्शन, हमारी रिस्ट्रिक्शन एंजाइम का।
इन MCS देयर आर सो मेनी रिस्ट्रिक्शन साइट्स ना,
बट सबका एक साइट है वहां पे।
यस 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 यस,
ओके।
सबका MCS का उस टाइम बताएं, that restriction sites which are present at MCS should not be present anywhere. That's why this should be unique. It should be singly present. Restriction sites present in the MCS should not present anywhere. It should be present singly in whole vector, which is at MCS.
Yes, sir.
आ गया समझ में?
आ गया सर।
So we separately digest our plasmid and then PCR product, PCR amplified product. After digestion, we purify again plasmid, digested plasmid, as well as digested your desired gene. Then, to ensure proper digestion of vector and PCR product, then purify both by gel extraction purification methods. Sometimes we do gel extraction, or sometimes for this PCR product, we don't do gel extraction, directly we purify by PCI methods. So we purify digested plasmid and digested desired gene. We have to purify it. Why we should purify? So that when we mix with ligase enzyme, that buffer and other things, other enzyme restriction enzymes should not hamper, should not interact with other things which are required for ligation. So in every step we purify. After purification, we mix PCR product and then digested vector in 1:3 ratio. Ensure proper digestion of vector and PCR product, then purify both by gel extraction purification. Fine. then take 1:3 molar ratio of vector and insert. Insert means that digested DNA. We should take always more amount of insert DNA so that you will get good ligation. So concentration of insert DNA should be 3 times more than the vector you are taking. So how much vector you should take? It depending upon the ligase enzyme you are using. Some ligase, some company provide that you take only 50 microgram vector and ligate with 1 microliter ligase. So depending upon that, enzyme suppliers instruction, we take that much amount of vector. Generally, we used to take during cloning 50 nanogram of vector only. And then accordingly, we take 3 molar extra our digested gene product. Other people is not interacting, they are understanding or not?
Yes, sir. We are listening, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are listening but not understanding?
Yes, sir.
No, we are
Huh?
understanding, sir.
No, sir. We are able to understand.
Thank you, good.
Yes, sir.
So why we take molar ratio 1:3?
Molar ratio 1:3,
Yes,
so
sir.
that our insert DNA will interact. This is random process. So if it will not interact, then it will not ligate. So sometimes if we don't have more amount of suppose insert DNA, then we add some concentrating reagent like polyethylene glycol and other things, so that local concentration of that insert DNA will increase. If it will not interact with that end of the vector, then how it will ligate? And both our vector and insert are in solution. So it's continuously interacting with vector and insert is interacting. Then sometimes if they will find their complementary overhang, then they stick together and then ligase enzyme will ligate it. So counter interaction, to increase counter interaction, generally people use 1:4, 1:5, 1:6 also, vector versus insert ratio, if they face problem in ligation.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So we don't know whether ligation is successful or not. Most of the time, we take that ligated mixture and transform our competent E. coli cell. We must keep our competent E. coli cell ready before this ligation. So ligation time is also depending upon ligase enzyme you are purchasing from which company and which type of ligase. Some ligase are quick ligase. Within 5 minutes, it will ligate. Vector and insert will ligate. Some ligase enzyme requires overnight ligation. Some enzyme requires 4-hour ligation. So depending upon which ligase you are purchasing, you have to incubate your ligation mix for that much time. After ligation, we take that mixture, ligation mixture, and transform that competent E. coli cell. You have to follow that transformation protocol, as you know that we add some amount of DNA and then keep on ice for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then we give heat shock at 40 degrees C for 90 seconds, and then we add LB media 1 ml, and then again keep for 1 hour as a revival. Then we take that cell culture, 1 hour incubated culture, and spread on plates having LB, agar, and the respective antibiotics, depending upon which vector you have used for cloning. So we transform, we add this ligation product into competent E. coli cell, and then we follow that protocol of transformation, which is 2 hours protocol. After transformation, we spread that transformed E. coli into that plate, antibiotic containing plate, and then we keep that plate on 37 degree centigrade of incubator, so that in overnight, next day when you will come, you will see several colonies in the plate. If you are doing blue white screening, then you will get some blue colonies and some white colonies. So overnight incubation. From that colony, you have to select either through colony PCR or through double digestion. You have to select positive clone. Fine. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now see one by one. So suppose this is gene, or you can consider that gene also. The steps of primer designing. So selection of vector for cloning. How we select vector? So based on our purpose, we select female vector. If cloning expression is required, pet vector, PGX vector. In this way, we select depending upon availability and the problem. If we wish a smaller tag, then pet vector is good. Frequently used expression vector is pet vector. So suppose this is our pet vector, then you can see identify cloning restriction sites which are absent in gene this. So in this way, NEV cutter, through NEV cutter we can search. I have shown you already. We can search restriction sites which are absent in our gene. So we can search that site, you can see. So we search zero cutter. This is the sites which are present, but we have to search the site which are absent. So we again click on zero cutter, so that when you will cut zero cutter, so you will get list of enzyme which are absent in your gene. So you have to match the restriction sites present at MCS of the vector which should be absent in the gene. Then only you can select that site. So you should search that. So this is here. In this way you can search. So the enzyme do not cut. These are list of zero cutter, and that restriction sites are present in MCS. Here you can see there are so many zero cutter, but you have to search whether restriction sites are present in vector are absent in our gene or not. So you can see these are restriction sites present in MCS, but which are absent in our gene. After that, we design a primer. So design primer taking initial and last 18 nucleotide of gene, whatever gene you have, 18 or 17 nucleotide you should take. Then you can see this is initial, this is last, this is reverse primer, and this is forward primer. So here you add restriction enzyme sites. So which restriction enzyme you should add in forward? So again you have to check the orientation of that promoter. Where is promoter and where is this restriction site you are selecting? Based on that, reverse and forward primer you have to select. So this is restriction site and this is a spacer sequence. Seating sequence or a spacer sequence you can see. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Not
you can-
understood.
Hello?
Not understood.
क्या नहीं not understood?
तो एक बार पिछली स्लाइड करो.
पढ़ो इसको.
सर स्पेसर कौन सा है इसमें?
क्या?
सर स्पेसर सीक्वेंस कौन सा हुआ?
सीटिंग सीक्वेंस बताया था ना वहाँ ATG.
वही स्पेसर होता है.
हाँ उसी को स्पेसर भी बोलते हैं, सीटिंग सीक्वेंस बोलते हैं.
ओके सर.
Good. So you can see why we add this restriction, because there is no BAMH1 sites in this gene. So after PCR, you will see that our amplified product have this restriction sites comes at this terminal and BAM-H1 comes at this terminal. And this spacer again become double stranded. So now your gene is this, your amplified product becomes this. Means there is no BAM-H1 in this gene. Starting is ATG, stop somewhere. So in this between, there is no restriction sites. But we have added restriction site how? Through this PCR. We have added this restriction site through designing a primer which have this overhang restriction sites. So now amplified PCR product have BAM-H1 at 5' and XHO at 3'. Now this is double stranded PCR product. Now if you will digest this PCR product, digestion by XHO, and you are digesting this vector also. Suppose we are digesting with BAM-H1. So BAM-H1 is here and this is MCS. So you are digesting BAM-H1 as well as XHO. So you separately digest this vector and separately digest this PCR product, gene of interest. So you will get in this way. Restriction site will come here, this side BAM-H1 and this side XHO1. So now this is a start codon, this is a stop. Without disturbing the open reading frame, you have successfully created this restriction site at terminal of your gene of interest. Are you getting? Now this becomes easy. Now you can clone it. जो हमारे जीन में नहीं था sites, that sites we have added through PCR. This is your product. This is your PCR product in which through PCR we have added this restriction sites. Our gene sequence starts from here and here. But due to PCR, in PCR we have added this extra sequence, a spacer and this restriction. So it comes here, it comes here. In this way, we add restriction sites in our insert DNA using PCR. Now we can easily digest it so that it will produce this sticky end, and vector have that BAM-H1 XHO, so we digest that vector also and we mix it with 1:3 ratio. We have purified this, PCR product, and then we mix together and add ligase enzyme and we incubate for some times depending upon how efficient your ligase enzyme is. Then this is in tube, this in and this. So after ligation, what we do? We do transformation. So after transformation, we will see this type of colonies. After transformation of ligated product, we see transformed colonies displayed. Fine. So out of this colony, which is your positive colony, so what you will do? You will mark 1 colony, 2 colony in this way and take that sample and do colony PCR. You can take 2 colony, 3 colony, 4 colony and do colony PCR. If you are getting positive here, then again you take that some amount of that colony and culture it, liquid culture, and then isolate plasmid and then digest that plasmid with your BAM-H1 and HIN3. Here we are showing NCS XHO, but wherever we have cloned, suppose you have cloned at BAM-H1 and XHO, then we have to take BAM-H1 and XHO digestion. So if we are getting this fallout, that means the colony, suppose number 1 colony, we have isolated plasmid from number 1 colony. Suppose there is one number 1. That means number 1 colony have our positive clone. That is our positive clone. In this way, we can confirm. Fine. For cloning, we use these strains. These are cloning strains. This E. coli is not normal E. coli like you can isolate anywhere from sewer, water, or anywhere you can take from some stool or something. This is genetically engineered strain we use for cloning. Why? Why not we use normal wild type E. coli strain for cloning purpose? Why we should use genetically engineered E. coli strain for cloning? Hello? Yes. Shweta.
Time for replication maybe less
In which?
in this
Wild type.
genetically engineered E. coli.
So we wish that it should replicate less. How it is
Faster.
beneficial for us?
Cloning. So we need faster replicating.
Faster replication na, of our plasmid.
Yes.
So in wild type, it will not replicate faster.
Yeah, I think so. Like
Rishika Bukharia is saying competency is more in genetically modified E. coli. No. I have already discussed during restriction modification system. In natural E. coli, suppose you are giving your organ or someone have organ failure. So some other person is giving them organ. So that patient can take other's organ. Our body will accept that other's organ. Organ transplant से पहले डॉक्टर क्या करते हैं? और our body can take others organ easily.
no.
इम्यूनोसप्रेसेंट्स
What
दी
happened?
जाती हैं सर,
हाँ?
इम्यूनोसप्रेसेंट्स दी जाती हैं.
Yes, immunosuppressants दी जाती है so that our body will not reject foreign organ, है ना? Otherwise, our immune system will reject. In this way, there are restriction modification system in E. coli. So if you will introduce your recombinant DNA into that host, so what it will do? It will cleave your DNA. It will chew up your DNA. So will you get its duplication? Or so purpose of that cloning you will get, it will serve. This is foreign DNA. So that E. coli will cleave it. That's why we use the E. coli strain which have compromised restriction modification system. It will easily take your foreign DNA. Otherwise, it will reject, it will cleave, it will chew off your DNA. So you have added your ligate, means by any way you have ligated your insert with vector, you have very less amount and it will go inside the E. coli and E. coli will cleave it. So you will not get colony. That's why scientists using genetically engineered strain which can easily uptake foreign DNA. How it will easily take? So there is absence of restriction modification system. There are so many genes responsible for that rejection and cleavage. So scientists mutate that some of the gene so that that E. coli strain can easily take foreign DNA, that ours DNA. And these genetically engineered strains are DH5 alpha, DH10 beta, topo strain, and different strains are available for cloning. We cannot use normal wild type strain of E. coli for cloning. No, what no? Shivani Bohidar, what no? Pratiksha Ghotkar, no. Kya no?
Sir, then you had said some questions.
Kya boli?
Sir, you were asking about that our body will accept a new
Okay.
organ.
Uska reply no aaya. Okay. So here also it will reject. So as a scientist, we mutate their immune system. That is restriction modification system we mutate so that we can eat. That's why we store this DH5 alpha and 10 beta very delicately.